Now this next one, we have Mr. Noah Lyles. Can he three-peat? That's what we're here to discuss. This is from Budapest 2023. I mean, he's a champion in every sort of way. He's won all of the things, and he's about to attempt to win all the things again in Tokyo. We have the 1, the 2, and then 4x1. Maybe 4x4. I'm joking. 1, 2, 4x1. But yeah, I think I'm not going to kick us off. I think I'm going to go with Miss Devil's Advocate over here first, and I'll let you start it.
Guys, I love trouble. I don't think he can do it. I think
hater. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I don't think okay. The only reason why I say that is because even though it was only 2 years ago, 2023 is very different from what we are seeing 2025. We look at the podium real quick. He won the 100, and behind him was Tebogo and Zarnell Hughes. Mm-hmm. The 200, Arian Knight and let's see, like Tebogo. Both of those athletes that I've named aside from Noah are very different when they are now, but they're also kind of like ranked differently among the scrum of what's going on. You know, Kenny Bednarek, he's, kind of here to stay. Obviously, we have the Jamaicans, Kashane Thompson, Oblique Seville, who can not easily, but they can definitely they're in contention. I think for both of them too, when you talk about the 100, they kind of have this feels like a championship or bust year for both of them. Yeah. Seville, it seems like he constantly comes up short in these championship games, and I think in order to really cement himself in this legacy as not just like a regular season type of runner, he's going to have to at least come up with a medal. And I think on Kashane's end, coming from the Paris Olympics, and we saw the way he lost, there's a point that you have to prove if you really want to be known as like the fastest man in the world and et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, again, Noah hasn't been having the greatest season in terms of 100s, and coming in with something to prove and coming in to try to defend that championship is something that's going to be interesting, and I think it's going to be a hard feat to do. This is very different from Budapest. Tokyo is a completely different game. Mm-hmm. And same on the 200 front. I do think Noah got it on the 200 for sure. Yeah. But I think that 3P is going to be difficult because of that 100. It's a very different year, and there's very different athletes. Even if we talk about the same athletes, they're different versions of themselves, whether they're better or worse, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I think logic says that what you said is true, especially with that 100. However, I'm going to go the opposite way.
Okay.
As I said before the camera started rolling, Noah is legitimately at this point the star in his own anime. This man finds some power from the universe to always come across the line in first. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen this happen in Paris. We saw this just happen a few weeks ago. It's like the question when Noah wins is, how did he do that? And I feel like when you ask, how did someone do that enough times, it's not a matter of them getting lucky anymore. It's something that they figured out on how to win. And I think knowing how to win, I think of all the people in that field lining up in the 100 specifically, Noah is the one who knows how to get it done. He doesn't necessarily, yes, we can look at the paper, we can look at the stat sheet, we can look at the story of the season so far, and he hasn't necessarily had the most stellar season so far. But what this man knows how to do is put the pieces together and learn how to win when it counts. We kind of said the same thing about Ryan Krauser and Jakob Ingebrigtsen earlier, and even Keeley. When these are champions who know how to be a champion, there's something about that.
Yeah,
there's really something about that you can't write off. However, this is going to be a show because now we're talking about Oblique Seville when he was just a few weeks ago. I forgot the meet it was, but he said right in the when he was talking to John, FloTrack John, he said, what did he say? He said,
put the pieces of his race together.
Yes, he said
on his start. Yeah,
he said if I get my start and I have my finish with my start, I'm going to be a hard man to beat, and I believe him. But to your point, Nia, it's also, is he going to be able to show up at the right time? That's kind of been the story of his career. Kashane has the biggest chip on his shoulder. Everybody's on the Kashane train. I don't think it's worth getting off. I think it's going to be one of Noah's, I think this is going to be one of Noah's hardest races to win. Mm-hmm. However, I feel like every one of Noah's 100-meter races that he wins is the hardest race for him to win. 200, he's got it. I mean, I don't even think we need to go at length on that, but I hope Letsila gives him a little bit more of a show, like he said. Maybe push him to run even a little bit faster, but that 100 is going to be something to watch, and I still feel like Noah's going to come out on top.
All right, we'll see.
I agree with you. I think I learned not to count Noah out. Yeah. I think that's a mistake that I made. After Budapest, I was like, okay. Then Paris, I said, my bad. I was like, I'm not doing this again. And I think every athlete in their nature has this ability to win, but it's hard to unlock. There's a lot of great people, but winning's tough. Mm-hmm. Being able to go out and win is hard. Not run fast, not throw far, but winning.
Yeah.
And I think Noah has unlocked that ability to go out and win. And I think oftentimes, I don't know, I think people like, we talked about this in the Athletes Lounge. I think Trey brought it up. Like, people forget that he didn't go to college. He didn't do all these things. He just went pro and he wins. And I think that's what makes him great. And yeah, I don't see him not winning. I don't think it's going to be like he wins by a landslide, because I think there are, in theory, better 100 runners, but he's still like, he's the world champion, Olympic.
No, for
like,
sure. And
I think my thing with Kashane is like, it's not that I think Kashane's slow. I think it just hasn't like clicked. And maybe it clicks in Tokyo, but I think that's what I want to like that needs to happen. And it makes me nervous. I won't be mad if he doesn't win, but I can't count Noah out.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's an easy call or a landslide for anybody.
Yeah.
I think that's because everything you guys are saying are 100% correct. He knows how to win. He kind of has like that Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality type of just like thing about him when he does run. But whoever wins, it might have to be, it comes to a dip again. I don't think it's going to be that whole clearly this person won, clearly this person came. I don't think it's going to be that.
Yeah.
When have we ever seen Noah run away with the 100 like that, though?
Have we?
Exactly my point.
Like, have we?
Every time he wins, he has to fight for it. And I think that's why, like, it's just so exciting to see what's going to happen, because I don't think, like we said, each of us said like 4 times already, it's going to be down to the wire, and he's going to be out in front.
Yeah, if anyone wants to predict something, I don't think they're wrong. I'm sure they have like their own reasons, but that's one of
There's probably somebody kind of know out on the 200 out there. Yeah. Not us though, but
I mean, also to that point, is it crazy to pick Tebogo? No. It's not. Especially because after the Diamond League final, Tebogo left. He was pissed. Yeah. He was not happy. He was kind of like, ugh. Like I almost had it because he got ran down.
Yeah, he did. Thanks for the reminder, Nia. I'm kidding.
Sorry.